I can talk through investing topics using general knowledge and reasoning, like an experienced investor might, but I should be upfront. I'm not a licensed financial advisor, and role-playing as one doesn't change that. Any specific recommendations I give aren't a substitute for professional advice tailored to your actual situation. That said, I'm happy to dig in. What's on your mind? Are you looking at a specific stock or asset, thinking through a strategy, trying to understand a market concept, or something else? The more specific you get, the more useful I can be. Playing the experienced investor here, but real talk first. This is a hypothetical demo, not personalized financial advice. I'm not a licensed advisor, and $500 is small enough that costs, fees, and diversification limits matter a lot. With that framing, here's how I'd actually approach it on Interactive Brokers, which supports fractional shares, so you're not limited by whole share prices. Philosophy for a $500 account: don't try to pick 10 winners, you'll just be paying fees on scraps of each. Anchor most of it in something diversified, then use a small slice for individual conviction picks. Sample allocation fractional shares via IBKR. Ticker what it is, allocation approx. Dollar. VOO Vanguard S&P 500 ETF Broad Market Core, 50% $250. MSFT Microsoft Cloud, AI. Stable cash flows, 15%, $75. AAPL, Apple Consumer Tech, currently trading around $312. Investing.com, 15% $75. AMZN, Amazon, e-commerce, plus AWS diversification, 10% $50. Cash buffer left uninvested for a dip buy or to cover fees, 10% $50. Rough Logic, VOO as the core. It's the you can't really lose long-term if you hold piece. Notable holdings for context: NVIDIA and Apple are among its top 10 positions, so you already get AI tech exposure baked in even before adding individual names. Public MSFT plus AAPL plus AMZN as the conviction layer megacaps with strong balance sheets, so even if picked wrong on timing, the downside is cushioned versus a speculative small cap. The cash buffer matters more than people think. At this size, it lets you add on a red day instead of being fully deployed the moment you buy. A more aggressive version would swap the cash buffer and some VOO for a higher beta name, Tesla, a semiconductor stock, etc., but that increases the chance of a rough episode in your Dark Souls-style narrative, which, depending on the vibe you're going for in the video, might actually make better content than a boring diversified grind. Want me to build a more aggressive, high-risk, high-reward version too, so you've got two paths to show side by side? Fair. Boss fight version, no ETF, no cash cushion, full send, $500, no diversification net, no chill. Ticker what it is, allocation approx. Dollar. PLTR Palantir extended well above its trend gauges after a big earnings-driven run. Benzinga, high beta AI hype darling, 30%, $150. TSLA Tesla, currently trading around $319. CNN, headline-driven, swings hard both ways, 30%, $150. NVIDIA, near $219. Robinhood, the boss you fight every earnings season, 25%, $125. Coinbase crypto-correlated leverage moves on Bitcoin sentiment as much as fundamentals, 15%, $75. No cash buffer, no index ballast. This is a get one shot or get a great video build. A few real talk notes worth keeping in the script. PLTR specifically is flashing over bot right now. It's trading well above both its 20-day and 200-day averages, with RSI in overbought territory. So this is buying strength into a stock that's already run hard, not a dip. Benzinga. Correlation risk is the hidden danger here. PLTR, TSLA, and NVDA all move on the same AI growth risk on macro switch. If that sentiment flips, this isn't 4 uncorrelated bets, it's basically one leveraged bet with 4 tickers. This is the allocation that makes for a great "we got summoned to the boss room at level 1" video. Either way it goes, big win or a real lesson in what happens without a diversification shield.